Hi there, it's Vanessa with Train with V and Fitness 23. And the one thing I'm always asked about is these arms. So today, I'm gonna show you, I don't care where you're starting from, male or female, you can get arms that are toned like this. Let's go.
Three, two, one, zero.
Okay, so this is normally the time in the video that I do a warm-up with you, but I'm gonna make this as realistic as I can. And it's because a client asked me what I actually do for my arms, and I said nothing, because I don't ever think about myself as doing an arm workout. So even though I'm gonna do quite a few different exercises today, don't feel like you need to do them all at once. What I do is 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes to complete failure. And I do that with my clients also. So what you're gonna see me do is about 1.5 minutes of exercises, which for me is complete failure almost completely, honestly, on a few of these. So that's what we're gonna shoot for. If you stop in the middle, just start up again and finish with me. If you only do half the videos with me today, finish the other half tomorrow, that's fine. Don't ever feel like you need to do all arms all the time at once. It would be brutal. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about some musculation and how things work. You have the muscle coming out of the pectoral, out of your chest muscle, which is part of your arm structure. The bicep, of course, everybody knows. The underhang is that tricep. It's really hard to work. We're gonna talk about all those things and work all of those for you so that you can get nice toned arms, so you can wear sleeveless shirts, whether you're male or female, and feel great about it. Okay, here we go for the first one. I am doing 1.5 minutes on each arm. So this is pretty crazy. And when I talk about going to failure, this is what I do with my clients. And you're gonna see me go to almost complete failure. And you see the arms I'm holding up at elbow. My elbow is up above my shoulder. And then I'm going up and down with the one arm. I'm gonna change arms in 1.5 minutes. But the other arm is getting fatigued, as you can see also, that my pectoral muscle, my deltoid, my bicep, everything is having to hold me up here, right? And of course, anytime you're doing upper body workout, you really feel the upper core right underneath your rib cage that has to hold you up straight. So this is tough stuff, and you probably have done this in the gym many times, but you've done it maybe, I don't know, 3 sets at 10. Obviously, I'm doing like 150 here, so this is pretty crazy stuff. And I want you to really focus on trying to keep the off arm, the one that's not moving, as much above your shoulder, at shoulder height, the better. And keep a nice even pace, because remember, we're going for 1.5 minutes on each arm. Okay, here we go. Another minute and a half, but we're gonna do both arms together. It's a curl on the bottom, turn on that shoulder, and then push straight up. And you wanna really push those elbows straight when you go up. Make sure on the curl, it's going down to your leg and then up. Great bicep down here, right? We do that curl, pushing up above your shoulder using that deltoid. I'm all about those great looking shoulders. Everybody's done this, but how many of you actually done it for a minute and a half? Now, I'm using 7-pound weights. I'm a little fitter than most. You can use 3-pound weights. You can use no weights. Whatever it is, you're getting the movement, you're getting the flex of the muscle, and you're really getting some aerobic activity more than you ever dreamed of. This one especially holds up the side of my rib cage. So if you want that tight waist, this is one of those things you can do to get it. We've got half a minute to go. Let's burn it out. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I love weighted bars. This bar is an 8-pound weighted bar, but you can buy bars from a lot of different companies, ProSource Fit, Fit RIT, that are 6 pounds or less. I really don't think you need to get one in the 10-pound range. So what I'm really working on here is full rotation of my shoulder. Every muscle has to work on this exercise. You want to keep your body as still as possible, but I have the full rotation of that rotator cuff, which you hear that people hurt all the time. My pec muscle has to go to my bicep, which goes to my deltoid, which goes to my rhomboid, which are those muscles in your back right along your upper spine. And this is exhausting. It is lengthening the muscles through the arms. It's fantastic work. You may not be able to go all the way over successfully. You may have to bend your elbows to make it happen, but you want to get this full rotation in your shoulder to keep your shoulder really healthy. Tough stuff. If you want to do it with a broom handle that's really thin, that's fine too. I just think that you really should work on getting this full rotation of your shoulder. Another overly exhausting, you'll be shocked at how high your heart rate gets going for a minute and a half on this exercise. As you see, I'm close to failure here. It is time for your water break, everybody. I know, my dogs are super cute. You want to pet them. I hope you have your own to pet. Remember, we don't let you have any sandwiches. We don't let you have any M&Ms. We want you to be really great and ready for the next exercise as it comes up. So you see me on the first 45 seconds of this exercise doing it with a weighted bar, and then I'm going to do it with dumbbells. So this is to work that back part of the arm, to work that tricep, to work the top of the shoulder. Every woman complains about having flabby arms on the bottom, and every guy in the gym knows you see a guy with overly developed triceps, how cool it is because you know how hard it is. Now, I want you to notice how high up my rib cage is compared to my waist in this exercise. This is using tons of ab muscles and really lengthening those ab muscles, which is what you see in a lot of bathing suit photos now. Women have long, elongated abs, more than that six-pack. So this also works that ab area beautifully. Now, I'm going to do the same exercise, but I'm going to switch it with dumbbells. So if you don't have a weighted bar, you can do it with dumbbells. It's the same exercise. It feels a little different just because it's not as stable as the bar. Putting my hands a little closer together. but still getting that amazing tricep workout and getting the abs to work at the same time. You want to keep your back as flat as you can. You can do this on a table at your house, on the sofa. You don't have to have a weight bench to do any of these exercises. Really, you could work out at home very inexpensively. Push-up position. The top of push-up position is an amazing workout. Remember, the shoulders should be directly over the wrist. It's a great wrist strengthening exercise, plus it develops the whole upper back area. Your abs have to hold in, legs are holding straight, tons of muscle here. Try to keep your head as neutral as possible. I'm holding this for 1 minute. Try to breathe really quietly. This is really painful. You got to drop your knees down a little bit, take a few seconds rest, and then come back up. This is really the first thing to learn before you start doing push-ups so that you can do push-ups with a really strong back. I see people do push-ups wrong all the time with their back falling apart. And you can see even with me, at 50 seconds, my back started to give a little bit and I just straightened it up. Okay, let's drop it down now. We're going to drop down to that traditional plank on the elbows. Dogs are going to come in and fight about it for a little while. So this is also a little easier than doing it up on your wrists if your wrists hurt a lot, but getting a great shoulder workout here, back workout, leg workout, keeping everything nice and neutral. Remember, I've just done this after I just did the upper one, so this is a little easier. So if you're going to do the upper push-up position and then go to a plank on your elbows, it's the easier way to follow it, and you're still getting this like 2 minutes of intense exercise on these arms. One more time, I'm not using any equipment here to work out my arms, right? This is mat. That's all I have is a mat, it's an 1.5 inch mat. Make sure you have a nice, thick enough mat that your elbows aren't going to hurt and your feet aren't going to slip. Really important stuff. Adeline decided she was going to help me. She knew I was in trouble. It was really hard not to laugh. Alice, of course, is just, checking things out too. The next minute I'm going up and down, back and forth from the upward position of that push-up position down to the plank position on the elbows, up and down, up and down. Great mobility, really big work. I'm pushing my entire body weight up and down off the mat. If this is really hard for you, you might want to just do it 2 or 3 times. Don't hold up for the whole minute. Just work up to a minute eventually, but this is an amazing workout on these arms. Okay, I've turned it around and pushed myself up for this 30-second exercise. This is all about the deltoid shoulder area and your pec muscle connecting to your chest and lower back, where most of the other exercises were upper back. A 30-second hold. This is a very different angle for your wrist to have, so be careful you're not hurting yourself too much on the wrist, and build up to this. But that nice straight angle, head in a nice neutral position. Pull-ups. Now, everybody wants to be able to do pull-ups well, and it takes literally about a year with me working with a client, depending on where they start, to get them to do pull-ups successfully. See, now I'm wearing gloves. These are really important. You're doing this kind of bar work, and you can figure out a bar anywhere in your local park to do this. The first step of a pull-up is a 45-second hang. I never let anybody start doing pull-ups until they can do this hang. This is about hand strength, being able to have your shoulders have your entire weight. So whether you weigh 100 pounds or 250, it's all a lot. But it's really developing finger strength and hand strength. Get yourself a great fitting pair of workout gloves. So this pull-up, of course, is the goal, right? That's what you want to be able to do with yourself. So the next phase is to be able to pull up yourself and hold. So pull yourself up and hold for 15 seconds. Try to get your chin above that bar and keep it above that bar. Hard stuff. I'm swinging a little more than I prefer, but it's the end of this 17-minute workout. It's time to finish up. I was just trying to do some cool down exercises. Adeline's not really feeling it, but you know, it's always great to have the kids in the video, right? Thank you for joining me at Fitness 23. Feel free to send me an email or shoot me a text message if you have any questions or concerns or any kind of exercises you would like to see. Remember, I have a gym in San Jose, California at Train with V. I also have Fitness 23 Las Vegas. And of course, don't forget, I have a nonprofit, Exercise in the Streets, which gives running shoes to incarcerated youth. Have a great day.